So today is the day we take the KTM 390 Adventure R back to KTM. So I've managed to do the 620 miles that's required for its first service on this bike. So the bike's off to KTM in a minute. We're going to ride it to the dealership, and we've also got the service light on there. Another thing is KTM has got a map out. If you've been following this little journey with the KTM 390 Adventure R from the start, you'll know I've had a few stalling issues, which has been quite concerning. So I'm going to get kitted up, we'll jump on the bike, take it over to the dealership and find out what this new map is like. Will it solve the stalling issue? It is -3 degrees this morning. It's kind of 20 to 8. I must be absolutely mad booking in this early, but it is what it is. I actually slipped over trying to get the bike out, so I thought we could be in trouble today, so we'll take our time, try and get over there safely. So whilst we're riding over, there's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about as well, because guess what? KTM has now dropped the price on this 390 Adventure R, £6,100. I paid £6,700 only a few weeks ago. And you've only just bought the bike and you've had a deposit down for 3 months, and then KTM, you know, a bit early for the January sales, KTM, is it not? So I've contacted KTM to voice my opinion, and they're looking into it at this minute, because I've heard that you can get a £500 voucher back to spend at KTM. I think it's like a power parts voucher to spend on accessories and things like that. So I think if we get that, then yeah, I'll be redeemed. I don't know why they've decided to drop these bikes all of a sudden. I mean, obviously the UK was quite late to the party in getting them in the first place, and I don't know, maybe because they've launched that new BMW F450 GS. You know, competition's really tight in this segment as well. Yeah, I mean, it's great if you're just about to buy one. £6,100, I think they're an absolute bargain. And like I said, the only issue I've had really has been the stalling issue. It's been a great bike, and I will go into further detail about the bike once we get this issue sorted. So, like I said, when I spoke to KTM in the week, there is a new map out, and I said from the start that I believe it was a fueling issue. There's also, I don't know if you can hear it, there's a rattle on the screen as well. And I've kind of identified it to this left lug. I've tried tying it up, but it didn't seem to have worked. So I'll ask him to take a look at that while we're there, because it's a bit annoying. So yeah, if I get the £500 voucher, which you do have to claim for yourself. I don't think any dealerships at the minute, or KTM themselves, are announcing this. I think it is a case of you've really got to just apply for it. So what would I spend my £500 if I get it? I think I'd probably go for the heated grips, which are about £270, and then I'm sure there'll be an activation fee hidden in there somewhere, so you probably wouldn't see much change out of it. But as I'm planning on doing a lot of winter riding like today, they would have been perfect. Yeah, there's another biker out, look. I thought I was the only lunatic out this morning. And look at this for rush hour. I'm glad I don't have to do this anymore. The beauty of the bikes. Yeah, straight to the front. So how much is the service going to cost me today for the first service? I think off the top of my head, if I remember rightly, about £235. Oh my god. The wind chill. I know a few people are complaining about that low down grunt on it, and I get it. If you're going to be doing the off-roading, that's kind of where you need the power to come in a little bit earlier. The power don't come in till about 5,000 RPM, and then this bike absolutely flies. So I'm being intrigued to find out whether this map changes that low end, because I knew from the day I picked it up it wasn't right. There we go, you see. The stalling's definitely got less, but as you can see, it still stalls. So I don't know if everybody's noticed, well, we've got a sat-nav mount, the first upgrade to the KTM. So my plan is to do some Rally Moto events. So I've just signed up with Rally Moto UK, and we're going to do what they call the icebreaker. Oh no. So I'm going to try and do as many as I possibly can on this bike. So it will mean, you know, swapping out tyres, getting a road book system on here as well with a remote control or something. And one of the beauties of this dual sport bike is, you know, it's got the legs to get you where you need to be on the lanes and stuff like that, which I think is kind of cool. You know, with my Husqvarna 350, that's a great dirt bike, but, you know, you kind of have to transport it everywhere. We need to put it in the van, drive, take it out, which is fine. But I like the fact that, you know, I can actually ride this bike to the destination, and it's also really good on fuel as well. Anyway, the KTM dealership is in sight. Will they fix the stalling issue? So let's get in there, get the bike serviced, and I'll see you in a minute. So guys, we are back with the bike. It's just had its service, and we've just had everything done to it that needed to be done, and the service from Judd Racing here has been absolutely fantastic as well. And I guess it's the moment of truth. Ready to race. Let's find out. So the service light is also off. Let's fire that bike up. And like I said, not only had things like the oil done, the filter done, they've had a good look over the bike, tightened anything up that needed tightening, and lubed things up that needed lubing. And it's a little bit warmer as well. So let's go. So we've also had that all important new map. Has it made a difference? Well, do you know what? I think instantly I can feel a difference. Give it a few revs, because that was the problem before. Yeah, it's not stalling. It's not stalling. Look at that. Is the bike cured? And I can definitely feel from about 3,000 RPM now, we've got that initial grunt is a lot better. Right, just be careful with the old speed cameras. Once we get around this roundabout, we'll get on a bit of a faster road. We'll get on that throttle. There is a noticeable difference now with that new mapping. That lower down torque comes in a lot earlier. It's a lot smoother. Before, when you've still got that kind of power surge at the 5,000 RPM, but the pickup on it's a lot smoother, a lot nicer. Even at the lower speeds in the higher gear, you can see it picks up from 3,000 RPM much nicer now. That was definitely a flat spot before. Wow, what can I say? That mapping has just completely transformed this bike. I've even had the traction control come on a couple of times, and it's not done that. I know it's a little bit damp on the ground, but getting on the throttle, it just shows you that back wheel's trying to spin up. So yeah, I've just pulled into the lay-by just to show you. Yeah, this bike, like I said guys, I'm absolutely blown away how much that is transformed that bike. And we've not got that stalling issue. It's amazing what a little bit of mapping does. But yeah, wow, transform the bike once again. So I'm a happy bunny. What we need to do is get this bike back in the shed and get some bits put on it. Whoa! So one other thing I wanted to mention as well, I emailed KTM yesterday regarding the price drop on these bikes, because if you've just bought one like I did, all of a sudden they're £600 cheaper. So, which is great if you're just about to buy one, not so good if you've bought one. So what they've actually done is sent me, since I've got back, literally a goodwill voucher for £500. So you do have to claim this. They're not going to contact you. So if you go onto the KTM website for the UK, I don't know about the rest of the world, but this is just basically for the UK. They're going to give you £500 voucher, which you can spend. Just reading here, we're saying it's valid for a year. It can be spent in one transaction at your authorised dealer. And the voucher can be spent on official parts, garments and accessories. So yes, if you've not claimed that, I suggest you go and do that now and get that voucher. So what am I going to spend my 500 KTM pounds voucher on? I think, like I said, as I'm going to ride this quite a bit through the winter, I might just get myself some heated grips, and I might get myself one of the cruise controls, because I know Viridian Cruise won't be doing an aftermarket one for this bike. So today has been a great day and I am smiling. I can't wait to shoot some content on this bike. And don't forget, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like and we'll see you in the next one.